Cashed out. Wow. Ah, なるほど。A lot of coaching trying to get people to go to their business. We're probably involved with some, bad business, and so many have tried to open Japan's borders so they can get more foreign workers to come to Japan. However, like I've always said, I feel like this is very much a bad thing to do. I've said in a few videos in the past that I believe in the next 10 to 20 years, possibly, Japan may possibly look like a whole different country. Konnichiwa, minasan. Kyo desu. So in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to a brawl that happened in Shinjuku between Yakuza and a Scoutsman. This is bound to be interesting, so without further ado, ikimashou. Haven't been to Tokyo in a while. Seems pretty chill. Yeah, it looks clean. Of course, you always find drunk people in Tokyo, Shinjuku and Shibuya. Passed out. Wow. Police officer. Is that a Kokuji? Looks like one. Yakuza? Ah, なるほど. A lot of Kokuji trying to get people to go to their business. Tough. Naruhodo. Yeah, I see a lot more Kokuji. Interesting. Whew, this may be the future of Japan in a few years, honestly. I've said in a few videos in the past that I believe in the next 10 to 20 years, possibly, Japan may possibly look like a whole different country. I'm basically talking about immigrants because Japanese are not having children as much anymore. It's affect the economy. It's affect the work, how business is done, etc., etc. So many have tried to open Japan's borders so they can get more foreign workers to come to Japan. However, like I've always said, I feel like this is a very much a bad thing to do, simply because I think a lot of people won't necessarily assimilate to Japanese culture. So there's going to be a huge tension between the Japanese and the foreigners, because many foreigners, a problem that many Japanese have is that foreigners don't come and respect the cultural rules of Japan. But not only that, inviting foreigners also invites foreign mindsets, foreign cultures, etc., etc. And many Japanese have complained that when there seems to be more foreigners gathered in a certain place, crime increases. And like the guy was showing during these streets in Tokyo, there's a lot of black people that look intimidating, look sketchy. A lot of them were probably involved with some, bad business. And on a side note, that's one thing I will say, and I've mentioned this a few times as well, is that sadly, a thing that I find is that whenever I travel to a foreign country, I always seem to find blacks in the night scene or very sketchy areas. When I went to Europe, when I went to Poland, I didn't see much blacks at all, but definitely when I went to the areas where the nightclubs were, I saw more blacks. When I went to Japan, the most blacks I've ever seen in one area was in Shinjuku during the night scene, the nightlife, clubbing, so on and so forth. And I find that they do look very intimidating and they do look very sketchy. And on a side note, another side note, is that if blacks want to improve their social image from not looking or coming off as scary, we have to carry ourselves better. And like the guy was showing in this video, a lot of the blacks there look sketchy, trying to get you to come to the business that's probably sketchy as well. And like he said, crime has increased in that specific street. A lot of bad things have happened. And I think that possibly could be a reflection of what Japan possibly could look like in the future if more immigrants come. With that, the Japanese are going to have to find some solution to these problems. I think Japanese will probably have to learn to defend themselves, learn how to say no, be a little bit more assertive. But it's a sad thing when, the places I find black people the most are in the more sketchy areas. I find that a little bit disappointing, seeing as we're already fighting a bad social image, because I've definitely seen more whites in different places in Japan, not just the city, but I've seen whites in the suburbs, in the country. So it's a little disheartening. But overall, Tokyo is Tokyo. It's where the most crime is. Me personally, I never liked Tokyo as much compared to the rest of Japan. But I think this is just a reflection of what could happen to Japan if Japan opens its borders, or if it doesn't change some things about Japanese culture without needing to have to look to foreign workers to solve Japan's problems. And I also hate the fact that, blacks are always in the worst places ever. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Honto, arigatou gozaimasu. Minna, 気をつけて。じゃあね。